So you've bought a bunch of seed packets. You've brought them home. You don't know when to start them or which ones you start indoors and which ones you start outdoors. And you don't know how deep to plant them. Come on in and we'll demystify reading a seed envelope. So let's have a look at the who, what, where, when, and how on the front of this seed package. So the who is Mackenzie seed, and the maple leaf would suggest they're Canadian. They are. I'm in Ontario, and it's a good idea to buy your seeds from a company that's local to your environment so that you're getting seeds that should grow well in your area. There's no sense in me getting seeds from California or Arizona and trying to grow them here in Ontario. I want to buy something local. The what should tell us what the plant is, if it's got any special cultivars or virus resistance or anything like that. It also should have a picture of what the plant should look like. The where, it tells me, oh, not much except that this is Canadian. And the when, this one shows me it should be 60 to 70 days from transplant to harvest. And it also tells me to start early. There's not much how on the front of this one. Let's flip that over and have a look at the who, what, where, when, and how on the back of this packet. So the who, it gives me details of this company, so its address and the website. And it gives me the what. There's more details on what this product does and how it behaves. The where. This one is where it tells you it's a product of Canada and gives you their address and such, but it also says start indoors 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost. So there you go, start indoors. And when? Well, we just covered that. 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost. It also, within the when, it tells you how many days to sprouting, 7 to 14 days to sprout. Now let's cover the how. It tells you how deep your seeds should be. It tells you how far apart your seeds should be, and it tells you how far apart your plants should be once you transplant them out, and it tells you your row spacing. How do you know when to transplant them out? Well, we're supposed to start them indoors 6 to 8 weeks before the last frost. How do you know your last frost? I will give you the details to that at the end. Let's look at another seed package. The who is OSC seeds. The what is a cabbage, and it tells you what specific cultivar cabbage that is. The where, it doesn't tell you on the front of this package, but OSC is the Ontario Seed Company. And I'm in Ontario, Canada. The when, it doesn't tell you when to plant it, but it does tell you that it should be about 100 days from transplant to harvest. And the how isn't on the front of the package. The where, although it does say OSC as an Ontario company and it's packed in Canada, that doesn't mean that's where the seeds have come from. The where, however, does get into effect in the planting depth, the seed spacing, the row width, and the transplant distance. The when, well, this one suggests best started indoors 4 to 5 weeks early in a sterile medium, which is the how, or sow seeds outdoors after danger of frost has passed. There you go. Who, what, where, when, and how. It's all there. Here, let's have a look at just one more quickly. So the who, Gaia seeds. What, Jacob cattle beans. It doesn't say any other information on there except it has a picture of what. Let's flip that over real quick. This one again, who, what, where, when, and how. Who is the GaiaOrganic.ca, and it's from Ottawa. And what? It's Jacob Cattle Beans, certified organic by EcoCert Canada, and then it's got the where. Your seed depth, your planting spacing, your row, your sun tolerance, days to germination is your when. Days to maturity is when. Germination temperature is when. Direct seed after all danger of frost has passed. Germination may take up to 8 to 10 days. Allow plenty of space for airflow for beans to dry later in the season. For continuous harvest, plant in 3-week intervals. So it's got a lot of information on the when. And another how, harvesting tip. Wait until the seed pods, it goes into the details of when and how and where. 3 different seed companies, 3 very different products, and it still covers the who, what, where, when, and how. If it's not on the front, flip it over and have a look on the back. Thank you for sticking around to the end. Those of you who wanted to find out how to learn your last frost date, I have the information for you here. Almanac.com has a calculator where you just plug in your postal code or your zip code, and it will calculate for you your last frost date and your first frost date in the fall and your growing season. By having this information, you can take that seed packet that said sow indoors 4 to 6 weeks before your last frost. You can now calculate back when your last frost was to when you should be starting your seeds. They also have a seed starting table. This table will have the vegetable in alphabetical order. It will have the seed starting date or the sow direct date. It will have the number of days till harvest. Then it has a second table that is for your fall crops. So you would start in maybe June or July, and you put those seeds in the ground, or you start those seeds in the house, and then you plant them out so that you'll get a later harvest for those who have a season long enough. Some places can get 2 full seasons out of their crops. Some places it's a little more tight. Anyways, thanks for sticking around to the end. Please hit the like button and subscribe and share to help YouTube see my channel just a little bit more. I'll see you next time.